Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to Spencer Baird Mixing Tutorials. I know it's been a while since I dropped a mixing tutorial, but I'm back here again with another one for you guys. Um, on today's tutorial, I wanna address an issue that I've been running into um, for the past couple months now. I've been getting a lot of submissions from different artists, and where they're recording the engineers, you know, they're not sending the sessions correctly. And just to help speed up this process and to eliminate any confusion, I wanted to bring you guys a video kind of showing you how you should export your tracks out and make sure everything is lined up vocal wise, and just some of the do's and don'ts when you send sessions off to get mixed by mixing engineers like myself. So let's jump right into it. I'm not going to waste a lot of time here. So the first thing is, say I'm the recording engineer. All right, so I have the instrumental right here is the 2-track instrumental beat. Okay. When you send a session, you want to send the session with the stereo um, file of the beat. Unless you have the individual tracks of the instrumental, you always want to send a stereo file of the beat when you send your stems. If you're not using Pro Tools, if you're using Studio One or FL Studio or something like that, I think when you bounce the tracks down, it automatically bounces them to mono if you select them all at the same time. So what you're going to need to do is select the beat instrumental, and you're going to want to, I don't know what it looks like in Studio One, but you'll go probably up to File, and you'll do like bounce or export file. Yeah, it's a little different on Pro Tools, but um, I think actually you go over here. So here's the file right here. So if I wanted to export this out, let's just say I wasn't using Pro Tools, I would just export clips as files, 24-bit WAV file. Um, choose where you want to save it. Create you a folder that says stems on it or whatever you want to name it, track outs, and make sure you export that beat as a stereo file. I've been getting a couple of different engineers sending me sessions where the beat is in mono, which is not what you want, because you don't want all the information up the center of the track when you got a lead vocal and things like that. And also it doesn't sound right because there's not a lot of spread in the mix. You're not gonna hear everything. Well, you'll hear everything, but it'll be straight up the middle. It just doesn't sound right. So I'll play you the difference here. You can hear it. All right, let's play this one. This is the file that you would want to send, the stereo file. You see how it sounds much wider, and if you're wearing earphones, you can really tell the difference. But anyways, so make sure you export that out as a stereo file. Next is when you are recording an artist, you might have a mix that you have, and the mix engineer is going to do a totally different mix on your record, unless the artist requests that you mix it sort of like how the recording engineer mixed it. So a lot of times I will let the recording engineer know that he needs to send a rough mix. So the recording engineer will do his best to get it sounding the best he can to his best ability, and then include that stereo rough mix, name the file, like export everything out as one stereo interlead file of the overall mix, how you want it to sound, mixed and mastered, or if you can master, do that too. Um, that way I can get an idea of how the song should kind of sound. But the issue that I'm running into is a lot of the engineers are sending me mono vocals with effects on them, and I don't need effects on there because I'm going to use the plugins that I have, and I'm going to do my mix with it. Now, if the artist requests that he likes that sound, then I'll go with that. But if not, he's paying me to do my mix on it. So what you'll want to do is, if you're using Cubase or Nuendo or whatever other program you're using, if you're not using Pro Tools, you want to make sure that you, let's just say for instance, you had this region right here, it started right here, you had all these different, all these different regions cut up. So when you get down to the final where you're going to bounce everything out to send the track outs, you want to make sure that you grab your regions and you want to start them at the very beginning of the song. So if you had a bunch of different tracks, you will pull them all the way to the back so they're starting at the beginning point of the track, aligned with the beat. All right, and then at the end of the track, you want to make sure everything is lined up at the end of the track. So let's just say we'll consolidate that. See, now everything, well, we'll consolidate all of them like this. So everything is consolidated. The regions are all lined up. Everything is lined up. There's no misunderstandings where the vocal is supposed to be. Because I've been getting tracks where the vocals are off and the artist, I'm sending the mix to the artist and the artist is saying, yo, man, the vocals are a little off. I didn't have a rough mix to go by, so I didn't know that it was off. I thought that was the way that they were recording it. But in that case, it wasn't, or in those cases, that wasn't the case. So, yeah, just a little tip on that. Yeah, so you'll want to bounce everything out. If you're in Pro Tools, it automatically creates the regions in a folder, so you don't have to worry about this. But if you're in Studio One or Nuendo, I don't think they have an option. I think you have to like export everything out individually. I'm not sure on that, but just in case, this is just a little tip to help you out. So you don't come across any confusion, or the engineer's not wasting their time like mixing the song and then having to go back and move things around. It just makes the workflow a lot faster, you know. Um, as far as anything else, um, oh, also when you're recording vocals, try not to let your vocals clip at all. Always try to keep your levels. Like, see how these waveforms look here? You want to keep your waveforms about like this. Like this was well recorded. This gives me plenty of room. But you see right here, it looks like there's a little clip right here. It flat lines right here. You don't want, you don't want things to clip in the mix because you can't fix them, you know. If it was intentional, that's another thing, but if it's not intentional, it's best to just keep your signal flow or your gain like really low to where it doesn't clip, because we can always boost the volume later, so it's not a big issue. Yeah, I think that's about it. Um, just a quick tutorial just to help any young producers or engineers that are recording from home, or they just don't, you just don't know, you haven't learned how to send sessions. I hope this video really helps you out and steps your game up a little bit. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the video. Like I said, get in the comments and let me know what you guys want to learn next. Anything that you're having problems with, I'd like to help you out with them when I can. Just drop a comment below. Also, if for those of you that don't know, that I'm a producer as well, so if you guys wouldn't mind checking out www.sickbeatsproductions.com, you can get beats there as well, and also you can also get mixing and mastering there. And also, I'm a freelance recording engineer, so if you're ever out in the LA area, let me know if you need studio time, and hey, we can work it out. Got great deals, great rates, and really good quality. So anyways, that's been it for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys later. Peace.